This is the K-Pop Cast. I'm your host, Stephanie, and today we're discussing the Bangtan Bay Area BTS cruise from this past weekend, along with the latest scandals following HYBE chairman Bang Si Hyuk.
We'll also share our hit replays from Close Your Eyes and Le Seraphim. Before we get into that, guys, don't forget to join the K-Pop Cast listener family on Slack and help chip in for our show costs. Links to everything in the episode description.
Special thanks, Dina, for that last contribution.
Thank you, Dina.
And now for hit replays. I'm your host, Stephanie.
And I am your Pd-nim, Michaela, everybody. And hit replays are K-pop song recommendations for the week. So, Stephanie, kick us off with your recommendation.
My hit replay punches you in the face as soon as it starts. And I want it again and again. It is Pose by Close Your Eyes.
오늘도 stress and pause 눈부시게 터지는 flashlight 있는 my purse pop boom 깜짝할 새벽은 my style 다른 하루와는 달라 따라와 난 이 느낌을 알아 with that bomba bomba 오늘도 send dress and pose camera roll 준비하고서 이제 지금 3, 4 그 아래는 PS we bet 자연스러워 이런 거 yeah 눈이 부셔 초저녁부터.
All right, so I have been a fan of Close Your Eyes, 7-member boy group from Encore, small label, underdog, underrated, understated. I've been a fan of them since their All My Poetry album came out. They debuted in about a year ago, April 2025, and they've been putting out just really polished, sophisticated, not rookie-esque music. They came through the JTBC survival show Project 7, and I was bummed to find out that this group is a temporary group, just like Zero Base One, I guess, with a contract that lasts only 2 to 3 years. Because I love I love all of their major comebacks and their B-sides too. It's like, yeah, somebody like the members themselves are involved in the writing. This particular song, Pose, was produced by Paprika, who's also worked with NCT Wish. And I think that this song in particular, it could be done by a group like NCT U or like Kai from EXO could put this out. It has a in-your-face, strong, aggressive vibe to it. It has some sexy choreo, some pelvic thrusts. You know, I like that. So, the dance practice is really fun to watch as well. Highly recommend.
Yes, love Close Your Eyes. You broke my heart when you reminded me that they are a temporary group because, like you said, they are a group that I've compared them to EXO, but I finally put it down to they're just another group that is bringing melodies and harmonies into the 5th gen sound.
The harmonies, though,
I love it. It's so sad that this is temporary, but I'm gonna love every second that we've got, and I'm happy we have Pose.
Right. Happy we have Pose. That's on their newest album, Overexposed. I like that album name. So let's see what else comes out on the album. You've got a hit replay I'm curious to hear more about from a girl group.
Admittedly, I might have been bullied into this hit replay, but
by who?
By a former K-pop DJ, current ballroom dance champion that is not here. But
Talking about Peter.
Yeah, Peter Lowe recommended Le Seraphim's Celebration.
Bring it back now.
And you know what? after listening to it, love the hard style, but also watching the music video, I'm like, oh, this is also everything that I love about K-pop.
That's true.
Like monsters, like Halloween themes, and also,
Halloween.
Small women terrifying large men. It's great.
Yeah. This one is really catchy. And I think it's a proper evolution, like in the direction that they've been going in, like a little more wacky, a little more off the
so
wall.
wacky. I love like the Frankenstein movements, like the monster movements in the choreography that you see in this performance. Like it's so quirky. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's done in a way where it's like it's not over exaggerated, where it just kind of looks corny. It still looks like a really well put together composition.
Yeah. No, this one was cool. Out of the hard style songs that have been coming out, like Blackpink Jump and Cat's Eye Pinky Up, I would say this one is the closest to my taste.
Yeah, it's got me really excited to see what else is on the album, because this is a pre-release for their second full-length album, Pure Flow Part 1, which is coming out later next month in May. So I'm curious what this new sound is for them, because this is their first full-length album since Unforgiven. So it's been a minute since they've put out a full album. So I'm curious to see how their sound is in this new era.
That's true. Yeah, I guess the hot release was like a mini album. Okay.
Yeah,
all right,
Hot,
the
and then
Seraphim.
Spaghetti. Spaghetti was like another like side quest.
I'm not
like
talking about
Smarta.
spaghetti anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but no, we had the Spaghetti side quest, but this is the return to the chronology of their discography.
Great. All right. So the reason we are gathered here today, the big reason, is that BTS is back. BTS is in the States. BTS has launched their tour, and ARMY all over the world are mobilizing.
Right. The purple wave is in full force.
Exactly. It's like we have come out of our dormant slumber and coming out of the woodwork and finding each other and putting on events. And so when I on social media saw that there's gonna not only be a K-pop party or BTS party, but a cruise, a BTS boat party right here in my very own Oakland, California, I said, thank you very much. Don't mind if I do. I bought 3 tickets. I said, I don't know who I'm going with, but I'm buying them now. And I'm glad that I did, because the double-decker boat sold out within hours. They had to charter 2 more courses, like to have the boat go around the bay 2 more times to get like 3 times as many people onto the cruise. So if this is not an indication of how excited ARMY is, like what we're willing to do, the money we're willing to shell out, if this is not an indication of the power, the fire, the passion of ARMY, I don't know what is.
I love it. And it's such a perfect like fan activity during this Arirang era, where we start with like the concept of the swim music video and they're on a boat. I'm like, it's like a theme cruise, a theme like party boat thing. It's not a new thing, but it just feels so much more special with like what we know about like this BTS era, you know?
Exactly. Shout out to the ARMY who were dressed in like naval sailor wear. It's like, where do you even get that stuff? The sailor hat, the little scarf around the neck, super cute. And shout out to Bay Area BTS ARMY and 82 all night. And for those of you who know the Korean numbers, 82, it sounds like party. So party all night, 82 all night.
Love that.
Is the name of that organization. Shout out to them for throwing a great party. DJ Dilo Mac was on the 1s and 2s. They had food, japchae, lumpia. They had special BTS themed cocktails.
Ooh.
The Borahae bar was serving cocktails, including one that was like a deep purple color. of course. And I managed to go with DJ Peter Lowe and his wife Joyce, who are always fun to attend K-pop events with. Number one, because like they started out at first, and I'm gonna just like share about Peter. Like Peter used to be in the party scene, but now he's kind of a family man more so. And so he and Joyce like got onto the boat and they put their earplugs in and they kind of stood away from the music, away from the fray. And maybe halfway through the party, I look to my right and I see these two have cleared the area and are full on ballroom dancing.
Yes.
Peter is spinning Joyce, just like twirling and swirling around to one of Jimin's solo songs, and the crowd is going wild, cheering them on. I'm like, that's my co-host, y'all. The man, the myth, the legend, Peter Lowe. So I'm just glad that this was the kind of space where you could do that, where you could dance any way you want. It wasn't one of those K-pop parties where you have to know the exact choreo.
The random dance play kind of.
The random
vibes.
dance play party. Like, love that. There's a time and a place for that. And this was just like a big half karaoke, half dance party. Everyone's singing the words. Not that many people were doing choreo at all, to be honest. I could maybe count on one hand the people who are doing the choreo, but it was mostly people just vibing, dancing, singing. We're singing to each other. And that's what I also love about K-pop fans, and especially ARMY, is we all are just like inclusive and welcoming with each other. We're there to possibly make friends. We might have come with people, but by the end of the day, we're trading Instagrams, we're trading freebies,
right?
We're meeting a ton of new amazing people that we can then go meet up with at the concert in Stanford or other K-pop events. Shout out to I made some new friends, Danae, Viviana, who says she listens to the K-pop cast. Hi,
hey,
shout
Viviana.
out. Hey, what's up, girl? Yeah, I'm just like smiling ear to ear because this is exactly the kind of K-pop experience I've been hungry for, longing for, right? It's more of a peer-to-peer, fan-driven event versus like I love a concert, but like at some events that are like, oh, we're all here to see the idol and like record the idol and
witness the idol.
It's like the religious experience of that. Yeah. But at this party, we could all just like be engaged with each other, singing the lyrics to someone you just met, learning someone's name, and how many of the concerts on the tour are they going to, and who their bias is. So I enjoy both, but I've been really hungry for this exact kind of party.
Right. And this is something that no company that could manufacture on their own. Like those genuine moments. And these are the spaces that the recipes we're kind of losing now, at least in K-pop fandom discourse, where even K-Con used to be a place like that where you would have rooms and panel rooms where people would be able to connect with each other, and that's definitely gone away, especially after the return post-COVID. Wow. And so it's so nice to see this kind of come back, especially for newer fans who are maybe, again, this is their first BTS comeback, and they're getting to enter all of these spaces, which are so much more friendly than possibly the online spaces they're mostly in when it comes to connecting with other fans in K-pop.
Yeah, exactly. And to your point, I feel like that ethos, that orientation also comes through in the song selection. So I don't think we heard Dynamite on the boat. Yes. We did not hear Permission to Dance on the boat. Yeah. We heard a little bit of Butter, but with the the instrumental of Bruno Mars' 24 Karat Magic underneath it. So I was like,
okay.
oh, that's more tolerable. It's like butter, but different. Okay. But what we did hear was Anpanman, Pepsi. We heard I Need You. We heard Run, Fire. Like, we heard songs that I think would be a no-brainer for BTS to play at their concert, but for some reason they are not. They're not playing all of these. But it's like, I'm seeing on TikTok clips going around of, I think it's the latest concert in Tampa,
Right,
where they played Pied Piper, and you can see on their faces, BTS members are shocked that the audience is going wild for Pied Piper. They're so surprised.
It's been too
that
long.
This is such a crowd
They don't know who we
favorite.
are. We're getting to know each other again.
Yeah, get to know us. Take a hint. Hint. There are crowd favorites. There are old songs. There are B-sides that are like near and dear to our hearts. And please listen. More of that. Okay? And less of whatever you made to appeal to, U.S.
The
corporate
commercially
overlords.
safe choices.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, they played Dang on the boat too. Everybody went crazy for Dang. Knew the words. So, yeah, it was great. I hope they do more events like this. I hope this was proven to be a success. The only thing that I can imagine was not a success for them was not that many people bought drinks.
Oh, well, yeah.
And if there's a bar minimum for those kind of parties, that's tough, because K-pop fans, they don't be drinking like that. It would be better to sell something else, or even just charge a higher ticket price.
Because it was a 21 and up event, or
It was a 21 and up party. Yeah. Which I like, Yeah, there was a lot of Ajima fans as well, holding it down, knew all the words.
Love it.
Friendly, love that. But yeah, it's going to continue to be a challenge for K-pop event organizers to solve the alcohol problem, because alcohol is where these venues make a lot of their money, and so they have a bar minimum. And I don't know if we can do that. We have to design another model.
Well, we'd love people to do this for the love of the community. There's still that little part of it where it's like, oh, they have to make money too.
Yeah, exactly. Charge us a higher ticket price. I'm fine with that. Or have more food, all you can eat food offered, Korean food. We'll go for that. Anyways, I loved it. And then Peter and Joyce and I ate at Noka Ramen at Jack London Square, and it was delicious. It was the perfect post-boat trip meal.
I love it. This is like the perfect pregame to the Stanford concert, right? So this is, when is that one? I forget.
That's gonna be Saturday, May 16th.
Okay.
And then there's 2 more shows after that, Sunday, Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah. The tour is going down.
The tour is it's in motion.
But we said BTS are in the U.S. But there is one person who is notably absent during this tour, will probably be absent for the whole tour, depending on how things go legally. I think.
Who's that?
Maybe Army and people in the fandom might have heard that Bang Si Hyuk has been in a bit of hot water recently.
For what? What'd he do? What'd he do now?
Ooh, okay. So I'm gonna. There's a version of this where I break it down with all the stats, all the statistics, but that's no fun. So I'm just gonna do the TLDR version.
The TLDR, yes.
Allegedly, reportedly, Stephanie, the man lied, and he lied. He broke the law, made a bunch of money off of it, and now he's finally catching up with him. It's catching up with him. And
insider trading stuff, right?
yeah,
He
and this
allegedly-
is something that we had kind of like mentioned a little bit last year, like
Yeah.
offhandedly, but we hadn't really gotten into it because a lot of people weren't making comments. There were some ongoing investigations. We couldn't really, there wasn't really anything that was available to the public where we could say definitively like what was going on. But now, Stephanie, let me tell you what happened. So,
Girl,
it's more
I'm
fun.
seated.
See, because like especially with HYBE, I feel like it's more fun to just tell it like a story. So I'm gonna take you back to 2019, Stephanie. So in 2019, Big Hit at the time, Bang Si Hyuk was in charge of Big Hit, and he goes to his investors and he says, "Investors, we don't plan to go public. Just so you know, like Big Hit is a company that is not gonna go public." And they take him for his word, and they sell their shares to a what was it?
A specific private equity
private
firm?
equity fund. Yeah, they sell it to these investors in Big Hit sell their shares to a private equity fund, and not knowing that on the back end, Mr. Bang PD owned 30% of the IPO gains from the shares in this private equity fund, and so once HYBE goes public, like he said that they weren't gonna do, and all of the shares in this private equity one get sold, he makes a profit of 30%, which means he's making hundreds of billions of won in profit.
Whoa.
And so this is back in like 2019. So he's been kind of like coasting on this for a few years. But what he didn't know is the Korean SEC was watching. The Korean equivalent to the SEC.
I love this storytelling. I'm hooked. What else?
The Korean equivalent to the SEC was hiding in the bushes. They were around the corner.
Oh.
Like in the K-drama, they had their black cap and their mask on.
Oh, they have to have the black cap. Yeah.
They were watching and they were
To
like,
spy.
I don't know if everything is up to snuff with this deals that you've been doing. So they investigate. And now we know last year, the Securities and Futures Commission filed a complaint that accused Chairman Bang of violating the Capital Markets Act for unfair trading practices because he made billions of won on lies.
Right.
Allegedly.
Right.
Sorry, I have to.
I know we have to keep saying allegedly.
Let me take a pause. This is all allegedly, reportedly, allegedly.
Yeah.
That this is kind of like what's happened, and so
Okay.
Fast forward now to 2026, we're starting to see kind of that complaint get filed back in 2025. The Seoul Metro Police raids the HYBE office in
I
Yongsan.
remember that.
And they start investigating. They start digging in. They asking questions.
This is
finding
just like
answers.
a drama.
And so 2025, they put an official travel ban on him because of the ongoing investigation. Like he can't leave the country.
It's a flight risk.
But the U.S. Embassy in Korea sends out a letter asking the police department to lift the travel ban so that he can travel to the U.S. and, for other reasons, support BTS on their tour.
Oh. Make an exception for someone under criminal investigation?
No. Yeah.
Nah.
Not only that, like they were technically bypassing like actual diplomatic channels that they should have been going to for things like that, let alone that he's still being charged with or be investigated, for suspicious criminal activity.
The U.S. stay meddling in other people's business. Like, get out. Let them catch this man.
Yeah, and so after this, the embassy, allegedly sends this letter around earlier this month in April. Then the Seoul Metro Police was like, okay, bet. They request an arrest warrant for Bang
Wow.
PD.
They escalated. I like that. I like that response to the embassy request. It's like, wow, that was really bold and disrespectful. We're going to actually up the ante and arrest him.
And literally as of this week, the South Korean prosecutors have rejected this first request. They're basically saying they need a stronger case. And then the South Korean police was like, bet. They've recently signed another.
They submitted.
They've submitted another petition for arrest warrant.
I thought you'd never ask.
So we'll see how that goes. But as of right now, that's kind of the story. That's kind of what's going on.
Story.
Yeah, there is so much that is actually being available to the public, so I can't really get into like specific. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the worst? Like, what kind of sentencing?
Well,
for this,
because he violated the Capital Markets Act for over 5 billion won. Remember, he allegedly made profits of over almost 300 billion won. So the cap for the Capital Markets Act is 5 billion. So he could get anywhere from a prison sentence of 5 years to life, depending on how this goes. If he's found actually liable for all these fraudulent claims.
Wow.
The fraudulent trading. Because he lied. Because he lied to the shareholders. And they sold the shares. And then they went public and he made so much money off of the shares that they sold.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm remembering now that HYBE also came under fire for insider trading around the BTS hiatus dates.
Mm-hmm.
Like they leaked those, or they leaked the wrong version of those and made hella money off of that as well. So it's like they really think they're not going to get caught, or they think that they're in the too big to fail category, that BTS is just so important to the national identity that like HYBE is untouchable. Like they need a reality check.
It has to be at that point, because like I said, if they're allegedly going through the U.S. embassy in Korea to try to circumvent all this, then there's a audacity, if you will, to this whole thing, which like I said, a prison sentence of 5 years to life is a lot. I think
that's a big range.
It's a big range. So we'll once the actual facts of the case kind of come out and things are actually litigated, we'll know a little bit how it's going to play out. But as of right now, if all of this is true, Big Hit could lose their chairman over this, and I don't know what that would mean for HYBE.
I don't know HYBE without him.
Yeah.
He seems like he's very involved.
Mm-hmm.
He's very involved. I mean, just like the others of his ilk, right? Just like how JYP is involved at like every level of production and idol selection. Isuman, before he stepped down, very hands-on. It seems like Bang Si Hyuk is really involved as well. So it could have wide-ranging impact.
I look to examples like Lee Soo-man, like YG. Like
YG.
we thought these men were going to go to prison. They did not.
They never did. That's a good point. There's some precedent here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what's going on in the state of HYBE right now. In context of BTS's tour, in context of LE SSERAFIM's comeback, Cordis's comeback, TXT's re-signing to their label, which is so funny because they
all re-signed, huh?
There's a big like bed of thorns metaphor throughout their whole thing. It's like this might not be the best bed, but it's the bed I'm making.
Dang. Wow. Yeah. I wonder what the idols think of all this.
I mean, Heesung left.
Yeah. Well, Heesung left his group. I think he's still with the label.
Oh, that's true. Sorry, that was a bad example.
He goes by Evan.
Manon is on hiatus.
Yeah, Manon is acting now. Manon is in some TV show or movie.
Yeah, so I will be back with more updates as we get them on the situation.
Please.
But I know who's loving this right now other than us, Stephanie. Minji Jin.
Oh yeah, I was
because I was looking, I was like, because I was checking it on their stock, like where it was in the chart, and like after BTS's comeback and earlier this month, you just see this big dip, and it's not yet to its lowest point, which was BTS going on military hiatus.
Yeah.
And then the second lowest point was when they got rid of Min Hee Jin and New Jeans was like, hey, we want her back.
Yeah.
So I know Miss Min Hee Jin is looking at that graph too and being like, oh, well, allegedly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't,
Oh my gosh.
again.
It's like a drama in real life.
It is. It's such. Ugh.
And remember when HYBE was trying to buy SM? It's like they're in a huge
We're on
scandal
season 3
every
of this
year.
story, Stephanie. Like this
We
is.
are on season 3. HYBE just can't, like, they can't just have a seat.
Mm-mm.
They're always trying to do too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
There's
It's
a
like
lot
you're
of the
most
lot of the writing is
successful-
like the luck has run out. Like they had the magic in the bottle with BTS when they were a big hit,
Yeah.
and then they just got so big that
so big. Yeah, don't wanna like pay the right price for anything, and don't wanna pay your people correctly, like, and it's coming back to bite them in big ways. So
reaching out for crisis managers and
oh right, remember last episode.
it was like I feel like that we were thinking about Manon, but no, it's so much bigger.
Yeah. Well, that's HYBE America is hiring for PR, but I'm sure HYBE Korea is also hiring, because there's no way the company reputation is clean at this point over there.
Yeah.
Well, it's a developing story. We'll
Yeah.
wait for more updates. Thanks for sharing and pulling together all the latest news.
I feel like I told it as best as I could with
Yeah.
what was going on.
It's pretty clear cut. All allegedly, of course.
Yeah, because it's a rough situation to be in for these artists and the people at this company. At least we can kind of like enjoy it from the just the absurdity of the situation.
Right. All right, shall we wrap up?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll wrap up this episode where we shared about the BTS Bay Area Bangtan cruise and Bang Si Hyuk in hot water once again. We'll wrap it up by letting our listeners know where they can find us on socials. You can find me, Stephanie, on Instagram at Catchlight27.
And I'm at Pd-nim on the K-Popcast Slack. You can find all of us on the K-Popcast Slack. And if you want to support the show, if you like story times like this where I break down scandals and we talk about our fandom experience, especially out here in the Bay Area, please consider donating to our Ko-fi, guys. Shout out to our girl Dina, as well as Chelsea H, Lady Sensa, and Liz C.
All right, thanks everybody.
Bye, everybody.